Yo, anyone here can see or hear me? If anyone can see or hear me clearly, just type in the chat.
Can see you.
Hello.
What you all see? You all see my screen? Can you all see the Zoom thing also?
Yeah, can.
Okay. Let me close everything.
You okay? Oh?
Okay, you just let me time the. Okay, in the meantime, we have maybe 2 minutes from market open, but I think the market will be hot trading immediately after open. I'm not going to look at it anyway, because like this futures hot trading already, so I usually do not want to do anything in the first 5-10 minutes usually. I will share with you guys what I'm doing, and you guys might hear some background music. Wait, let me make sure this is recorded first. Pause record. Okay, I think it's recording. Yeah, it's recording. Okay, so some of you guys might hear some. Do you hear some background music? Yes. Yes, right. Do you hear my music? Okay, so my background music, right? If I just share a bit on it, is this music? So basically, what this music does, right, is it actually, let me pause it. So it actually helps to bring down the heartbeat. It calms myself down. So like before, it's just a routine I have lah. Before start trading, like the moment I go on like 9, let's say market open at 9:30. So wait, let me get another slides. I realize with this spec, sometimes you all cannot see me because of the blue lighting, right? Can you all see me better now? At least my eyes and all that. Or like no difference for you guys?
Oh no, it's better now.
Better?
Yeah, it's better.
Okay, let me, sorry. Okay, so this music, this is just a music I play. I just a routine I use. I learned this from Ara actually, from Trade Through. One of the things I learned is there are some certain musics that we can use to help like environment, music is environment, and so I'm not sure. So this is something they want to take note. Like when you start your trading, are you like in your desktop or what? Is it a very cramped space? Like is it very like it's like a cluster like that? Do you do it on your handphone or that? So firstly, I don't like to trade on my handphone because like things are small, numbers are small. It just like easy to make mistakes, and it doesn't help in my creativity. Like it doesn't help in my thinking and all that. So sometimes I want my work depths to be as clear as possible. Like if it's too messy, I will clean it up because I want to. It just help like you know what I mean, like in terms of like thinking. So I want when the market opens before it starts, whatever I was doing before, I want to like switch it off and then calm myself down. So playing to this music helps because the way the music is structured, it helps to bring the heartbeat down. So there's a scientific uh, research done about it. You can Google about it if you want, or you want more details on it. I later up in the group chat. But basically, this is it. This is just the music I use, and I'll just play it in the background. You can listen to any music you want as long as it's like more calming. It brings the heartbeat down, and and the music don't have lyrics. you don't have any words to, especially you do not want any emotional music or any music that you are emotionally attached to it, like love song, the love song that you and your first girlfriend last time always listen to. So when you listen to the music, it will bring back like positive, negative connotations or memories which you do not want. You do not want any emotions at all. Okay, so this is a bit intangible, but it's just a 1% thing that if you can do it right, it will help. Okay, so this is just it. So music I will not play it for today because like usually when I play in my routine, I will just play this in the background. But for today, because I'm speaking, I will just not play it. Okay, but you guys get it. So you can go here, just search Marconi Union and so on and so forth. Okay, so that's the music. Then after that, right? Usually before I start the day, or throughout as I'm trading, I will just go to one of my favorite websites, which is Seeking Alpha. Okay. Okay, so I think there's only 3 of you, right? Is there? Yeah. What there's how many people? Can anyone just say hi in the group just so I know how many people are? Oh, there's so many people. Okay.
Hello, hello.
Okay.
Alan, Salim,
Okay, so
Gary.
you want to, so for the context for this, you want to get the most out of this session. If I say I'm a bit sick, I don't know why. Just now I meet Yan Chen, and I think maybe Yan Chen spread to me or Yan Chen here. Oh my god! Then like I started sneezing. Then now it's just like my nose is, I cannot stop. My voice is a bit weird. I will try my best. And yeah. Okay, and you want to have a pen and paper to write down some notes, to get the most out of this. Of course, it will be pre-recorded and you can watch it on your own time. But you want a pen and paper to take out like some notes, like some key points. So before I start the day, right, I usually go to Seeking Alpha. Why I come here, right? I just want to see. You guys can see my mouse, right? Yes. So I'll just go through the articles. I'll just see what are the top news today, like both ExxonMobil, Disney looks very exposed, and if I'm interested, I'll just click in and say why. I just want to understand the thought process, exposed why. Yeah, and I will go to the below sometimes now I think it's a new article, so the comments have not really loaded. But then I want to see what other uh, investors say also. Do they agree with the writer? Do they think it's bullshit or what? And so this is articles, the top 5 articles. Then below, right, you have the trending news, future tumbles 5%, whatever, so and so forth. So I'll just like let you. I don't really have to look in, but I just spend like 10 seconds here. I just look through to see what is what like just frame my mind for day. Okay, this is just me. You can do that. And also like before I start, just me because I have a lot of WhatsApp group with investors, full-time traders, fund investors. So before the market open, I really kind of know how we are going to open. We are going to open down future spot trading because like they will just post articles and what is latest today, which company is sharing earnings, which already pre-market they already release the results, and which company drop or go up. So I kind of like already have an understanding. So this is my mental frame when I go to trading. So when I go to platform, so over here, right, I only log into. So this is just one of my accounts. One I just use for the context of this exercise. I will just use roughly about 75. So this account was about 100,000 or about 90 plus thousand when I first. At one point it was about 90,000. So I was just thinking of using 100K account for demonstration purpose. When I'm trading every day, I log in a few different accounts, but for privacy issues, I will not log into my friends or my friend's account when I'm doing this. Just my own personal one. And let me minimize this. Yeah, everyone, if you're not talking, just mute. So I realize I may still. How do I change my name? This is Yan Chen. How can I change? Anyone knows how I can change my name? I realized I was using Yan Chen. Okay, never mind. I got it. Okay, so yeah. So firstly, at one glance, right, I want to see. Today I'm down how much? So right off the bat, I'm down 6,000, right, which is normal because the market just sell off. And most of my position, I'm bullish. I will go through them one by one. But yeah, so I also feel sad. Some of you probably, what's that? Oh, this is a trade alert. So sometimes you see I said trade alert and Disney just came in to and why I said trade alert, because I want to know if like Disney drop below $100, I might want to initiate a buy. So right now pre-market we just boom down to below 97. So sometimes I will set trade alert on how to set trade alert if you guys want, right? So sometimes I will just like the trade alert came in on the chart, right? I can create alert for those who do not know. But I guess most of you know, so I'll just go past one. you can set to like, let's say the next level is 95, at or below 95, right? And I will change the bell lah. Okay, you can use your custom sound. What usually I just use this. This is just I just associate it with alerts. Okay, but like for trades that are filled or open or close, it's like that. Okay, so I just use this is just my personal preference. So I just create an alert and the alert will be shown here. $95, they will let me know again. So previously when it was dropping, I just thought, hey, one fine day Disney dropped to below 100. I want to have a serious look at it. So I just set alert to remind myself. So the alert will come in on my thing I was saying. It will also send a notification to my handphone in case I'm outside. But at least I will see it and can write a note to remind myself, so and so forth. And usually when I trade, right, I will have a notepad beside to just write down some notes when I'm looking at portfolio, just to remind myself if there's anything I need to do. Sometimes I also busy, I also forget like if there's any expiration that I need to roll. Usually I will do it on a Wednesday, Thursday, or Thursday or Friday, like as we're getting towards the end. Like sometimes I won't forget, but it's always good to do this. So every time it's like a checklist or I need to do on that day itself. Once I clear it, I will just cancel it. So this checklist will be a lot more because I've been doing for like different clients got different position, so and so forth. So sometimes I will for me, I just use Notepad. Yeah. So you can use any. This is just my routine. I'm just sharing my routine. You got to follow, but you can see anything that you think it might make sense that you want to try, you can follow also. Okay. And then I write Tesla because if it spikes today, I want to do a short call spread, which is a more technical trade. I might dive into it later. Okay, so back to this. So I'm down 6,000 for the day, which sucks, but it's part of the what call it? Like, can you see overall? My P&L, I'm down like I was up maybe 30, 40k, and then right now I'm almost back to break even for the year. I think most of you guys, you might be in a similar situation. Your portfolio is down, maybe you're break even or down a bit or down a lot. Yeah, so it's normal. But at the same time, during this period where we just keep dropping, and it's pretty scary also. So sometimes I would zoom out. So firstly, right, I want to zoom out. Every time I go to the stock, I want to zoom out the big picture first. So I want to see. So big picture is I want to know like how big the drop is. Sometimes I can zoom very, very far out. So let's say I use this thing as an example. $100, is it a good price or not? I want to see firstly from I will use like 20 years chart. And can you see like, oh my God, we from 153, we drop back down to below 100. That's more than like 30% drop already. Yeah. So I think that's a pretty decent entry price. And then if I go into 1 year, I just want to see what are the supports and all that. Okay. For 3-year chart. So this is how I do. So of course I have all my indicators and all that, which I will cover a bit later. Okay. Yeah. So I'm down 6K today. And usually, right, as the day settles down, on my left side, can you see I have my own watch list of stock? So all my stocks that I think is worthy of mention, I will show to. I have different watch lists. Okay, so I have different watch lists of stocks. But let's say I have a default one, which is I call it like growth and stable stocks. So most by default they will be in here. And today's a down day, right? So I want to sort my stocks from. So there's a few columns here. This obviously is stock symbol. This is the earnings date. Okay, I don't think you have it. Is the customized date, and someone remind me, I'll just put this in the group chat. You can choose. So why do I have earnings date? Because I just want to know like how many days are there to earnings date. If I want to do a trade, I want to make sure like I can look at it from here. I can look at it from the chart also. So I can see from here, like Disney, the earnings date will be like every quarter month. So very next one will be 1 or 2 months later. But at least from here, I know these are the companies that if Adobe right is going to come out their earnings like tonight after the market close, I probably might not do a trade on it. You know what I mean? Or at least if I want to do, I need to be aware of it. Okay, so like Luckin Coffee, they might have upcoming earnings, so and so forth. Okay, so these earnings. This is just IV. IV stands for implied volatility. It's one of the key things I look at. Can you see on my chart? I have this implied volatility thing, and right now all the stocks, obviously the fear is at highest, the volatility is at highest, and so everything is 100, 100, 100, which we seldom see for a very long period already. So volatility goes up means it's a good time right now to be selling puts than buying puts up per se, or buying calls. Like it's a better time to be a seller than a buyer because the volatility just spike up. So most of my strategies I am doing, I would say for this period, I will focus more on selling. And so before I even start the day, right, because this is a day-to-day thing, right? It's just like you go to gym every day. Like they say, you go to gym today, but it's not like today you start from ground zero. You already have some progress beyond that. So any point of time, more or less, I will know in my portfolio how much cash I'm holding. Okay, and the cash, right? I cannot look at the. Some of you look at this your top left, your option buying power, which is not accurate because they take different. So let's say I have some stocks which I buy and hold. The buying power effect on the right column, right? You can see is not accurate. So usually what I want to do, I want to take. So this amount they take, I think 70% of it, which means whatever is the price uh, right now times 100 shares, if or let's say Amazon. Okay, the price right now is this. They usually require like 70% of it, the buy power effect. So usually I want to add in a 30% more. So you can do the calculation. You should do the calculation yourself, and that will be your real buying power effect. That means, okay, so if I do the calculation just for demonstration purpose, okay, so I just may write a notepad. Okay, so let's say Amazon right now is 1714 roughly, right? Times, so they'll take 70%. So 0.7 is about. So usually I will have a like scientific, can you see a scientific calculator beside me, and I just use it for fast calculation. This is just me, you don't have to if you want, but sometimes I do it. Times 0.07, right? It's about 1199.8, exactly 1199.8, right? So they will, the broker will budget away 70%, but that's not the real amount, right? I need any 30%. Yes. So if I need any 30%, I need to take 1199.7, this amount, divide by 7 times 3, correct, to get the 30%, which is about 500 plus. Okay, so 30% is about 514 like that, which I will need to add in. So I will, usually I don't do this when the market is open, or I can do it, it doesn't really matter. You don't have to do it on a daily basis, but more or less you need to know, like, so I'm calculating the buy and hold, right? How much extra buying power I need. So I will need to calculate, and I will need to add, I will need to deduct from the buying power, option buying power figure that's shown here, the 39,000 on the top left here. I need to deduct from here. That is my real cash, like position and cash. That's my real cash balance right now. So I more or less ballpark, I know, it have to be exactly figure because every day the figure will change as and when the market open up or down. But roughly I know. So right now I know it's about 30%. When we are, I think we are about 20 plus percent down from the highs, and if I have about 20% or 20, 25, 30% cash, I think for me that is okay. So more or less at the back of my head, I will know this figure. So you all should have a rough figure also. Then I need to know my lead cost, right? Usually, so sometimes I calculate already. I just use the header as to enter the percentage. So usually I just use this because I write on paper, sometimes I lose it or what. So I'll just enter here. Last February I did a calculation. In terms of my lead cost, how many percent of it is over my whole portfolio. So sometimes I just do this as just a routine, a habit that I'm used to it. Like Tesla, why I have a separate one for because Tesla is so big. So for this account, I can only do like one big call, and I'll just park it one side. Okay, and you see my Tesla, I'm losing like, this is the traded price. I lose over 10,000. Yeah, in Tesla, but it's okay because I'm a long term over here. Okay, and so if I just dive down right now into the positions I have. So from the top right, I have some metals. Most of my metals right are lead cost. Okay, I'm not sure if I've been doing a bit too fast. If you need me to, if I'm a bit too fast, just press the chat. If I'm a bit too fast, just say I'm a bit too fast. Maybe please slow down a bit. Or if I'm speaking too loud, too soft, or what, just type in good chat because I will not know. I'm just going on and slow a bit, too slow a bit, or like too, or slower down a bit. You know what I mean? You want me to slow down a bit or too slow? Okay. Okay. And okay, 慢慢讲. So like for metals, I open all my positions. So I just set a percentage of my metals, and I think this year, I think metal might have a big run up in the stock market. So metals in general, gold and silver. So I will just partition a few lead calls accordingly. And you can see, right, this is how I have the tabs I have. So you can save, so let's say I have this, I will save this, and I can share the configuration over like my different compartments. Okay, so I just need to do it one time. So like all this, I just do it one time and I click this and I click OK, it will spread across to all the other stuff, all the other compartments. So I have the usual one, how many quantity, number of days. So can you see, right? Let's say I have 3 quantity of lip cost or GDX, right? Ideally, I do not want to choose like all the same strike. It's just a habit because sometimes if I do it the same strike, I will just sometimes I forget that I might have 2 contracts. I thought well, 1 contract. So when I close it, right? Sometimes here is 2 contracts, but I did not realize it and then I just sell 2. So sometimes as a habit, when I'm doing lip cost, I try to choose all different strike price so that it will like instead of doing $30 strike, I can do 39, I can do 31, but I just try to spread out. I think that is kind of you get it, right? Okay. Okay. If anyone get it and everyone okay so far, please type okay. Or and whatever I covered in the first 10 minutes, if you want me to go back, please say now so I can go back. I don't want to like half an hour later then I rewind back. So right now, anything that I covered earlier on the music, my just type, then I run back. Yeah. So sometimes, so I put it number of days beside quantity because from the left to the right, number of days straight away I can see. Just not at a glance, right? I can see if it dropped to 500 plus, then first thing I do will be what? I want to see the next expiration is available, so I want to ship it out. So this is how I see a number of days. And trade price, so the mark is the current price. I'll just put it beside the trade price. It's easier for me to compare. And I have the mark percentage change. So when the mark percentage change, right, at a glance, right, I can see today which stock. Just the mark percentage change is not of the lip call or the option like or sell put or whatever, is of the underlying. So I can see GTX today dropped 9%. And of my lead calls, right, of all the companies I have, I think IWM dropped the most. Yeah. So yeah, probably got in IWM a bit early. Okay. But okay, let me continue this. So I have Delta. I have intrinsic value, I have data. Data is just a time decay. And P&L open and P&L day. So like P&L open and day, I will just put side by side together. Okay, so this is just, I'm just still running through what I have, my template. So this is metals. And then I have one compartment just for Tesla. Because sometimes Tesla, I want dip call, and sometimes I will do a short call on it also. All my dip calls are here. Okay. So if I open up, it's all like, you notice, like for example, IWM, if there's like 1,000 days, I will do 1,000 days. So another alert just came in, ILMN. For those of you who watched like Kenton's video, he got this, he shared a bit about like gene editing. So it's just one stock that I'm finding out more. And so how I do it is, if I want to, this is how I like to do it. If I'm getting to know a stock, right, it's just like getting to know a person. You need to, you need to find out more, right? So if I don't have stake in the game, sometimes I am not as invested. Okay, so I realize sometimes if I just like buy, I just like buy 2 shares or what, just for fun. But once it's in my portfolio, every day I look at it, I will spend more time at it. So for me, it's like you can say it's an initial entry tranche, or you can say it's getting to know you better kind of. So these 2 contracts here, or these 2 shares here, is not really to make money, but more of like to just put there so that, because if I don't even have 1 share, I might not look at it. So sometimes I just park it over there. Okay, so for example, the ILMN, when the alert come in, right? Usually when the alert come in, and if I check, I do not have any lower alerts. The moment I immediately want to, okay, then this thing just drop again. Oh my god! So today a lot of companies are dropping. Okay, and so I will just add in another alert. Okay, so when I do it a bit fast because I'm just used to it. But of course, for this, so I'm already going very slow, like in terms of how I click, just so that you can see it. Okay, and any question, just throw into the chat group, and later when I have time, I'll just come back to it. Okay, so can you? Okay, so back to this. All my because I want to make sure I have the most days out. Like I know Visa sometimes we get 800 days, so I'm slowly shifting to 800 days already. But once you have 1,000 days, I will shift it off. How to add earnings in the watch list later? I got I just put in the WhatsApp group the template. It's just a step you just follow and then you get it done. Okay, how to calculate? How to calculate what, Jeremy? You like a bit more specific. Okay, so then I got some sell puts, and obviously should be all in the money. So these are the sell puts that I am doing that I want to own the shares, and obviously the premium are good. So I don't mind owning like JD at $40, PAR at $17, so and so forth. Okay, so I have another tranche here. So this is like some so you don't have to care. This is more of like I have a friend who deposits some money with me because he has trouble opening account, so I just buy and hold for him. Okay, I have cover call, so I have like S&P 100 shares already, and can you see my trade price is 324, and right now it's like this amount. Yeah, so it's a standard people loss, it's standard one, but I sold a put over here. Correct? I sold I think a 1 month, or I sold the April monthly expiration, and I sold it for $3.60. Right now the mark is like that. So in terms of my call, I make this amount. So at least I'm earning some premium while the market is tanking. So probably over here, right, I can do a because the premium, the decay, like we only left like 40 cents. I want to the time value left, we only left 40 cents. So I probably will want to do a new one, but the price might be closer to this. Okay, so I will come back to this later. So how I sort by Eros, lip call, Google spread is BPS is what Google spread stock. So yeah, you see, can you see? I have different. You mean like how to exactly do this? Oh, you can. Oh, you don't know how to do this. Okay, so create categories. So let's say I want to create. I move to a new group. I have an existing group, or I can create a new group and say, this is teach Eugene how to create. You know what I mean? So like teach. Okay, so I just click OK, and tada, we have a new group over here. Is that what you're asking? Okay, so your whatever you have, whatever your portfolio will be very messy, man. So you need to right click and you can move the group, and this time is repeat. Okay, so the group name I just anyhow put out. You just want to put like call Eros, buy and hold, some stocks that assign. So these are I can sort by option strategy. There are two ways. I can sort by option strategy, or I can sort by the industry or the sector. So let's say I have, because sometimes I have like Visa, I could have did Eros, then assign, then I could have big call. So I can put all under Visa. That's another way also. But usually for me, I will put all by the sort by the option strategy stuff. Okay. So like this one, repeat. So over here, tada. Then of course you can shift it up and down. So for you want to shift this repeat. So how I shift it is my unallocated is obviously the miscellaneous stuff. Okay, I'll come to this later. But I want the lip call together. This is how I like to see. From the top down, I want the metals at the top because metals is a different group. I want to see the metals first. Then I got lip call, Tesla, lip call. Then I got a sell put. And then I go down is the buy and hold. Then my unallocated is the last group, which is all my any other thing that don't belong to a group is shown here. It's a storeroom like that, miscellaneous stuff. Okay, so I can shift this down also. So let's say if I want my repeat group to be like just above my unallocated, I can move down. Okay, just you see, move down. So I think your handphone might not have, or I don't know how to do it on handphone to be honest, but on desktop it's like that. So I am just shifting it down. Okay, just you can change the name also, like change the repeat to or whatever. Okay, then the name will change. I think. Yeah, so you ask you confirm, the name will change. So you want to shift it down, you just move down like that. Does that answer your question, Eugene? Or anyone else? I think quite clear cut. This is quite. So later you go and practice, okay? Just shifting. Okay. So yeah, then I have like hedges. Hedges is just VIX, and for now it's VIX and VXX. Okay, so hedges is like inversely, the way I see it is inversely from the market. It's bullish. So okay, this is actually not hedges. I mean, just this is like shorting volatility. Most of the time, my big trade I will just put here. Okay, so actually this group is wrong. This is just shorting here. So but most of the time my hedges are inversely opposite from the market. That means if the market drop, this one should go up. So sometimes why I want it's good to have a group for all your hedges because you want to know today market drop, right? If I'm losing like I am losing 8,000 plus, right? I want to know my hedges are making how much. So at least like I want to have a good like $800, $1,000. So at least it's making 10% or 20% of the amount lost. Does that make sense? Okay, so this is just counter for VIX is just VIX up, VIX. VIX. I will cover how to trade VIX. It's like for example, I got this trade VIX. I got two shares or so I bought so because right now, right, the fear is really very elevated, and I'm just banking on it coming back down, VIX coming back down. So if I think VIX will drop, I can buy a put on it to, when the volatility crash, that means when the fear subside, it will come back down. So maybe over here, since we're talking about this fear thing, I just share a bit of my thought process, nothing related to the trading, but I think it's important. Markets, right, tends to be, okay, in short, you write this down. Markets tends to underreact at the start of any situation. Start means at the start of any situation. Let's say in this context, the virus. Markets tends to underreact at the start and overreact towards the end. So case in point, right? This thing started out in China, right? And then Singapore got the brunt of it, like at the start. So like Chinese New Year, you just think back, right? This whole thing started like 初一 correct? About there, okay? Chinese New Year around that period. Then immediately, I think Singapore we have a few cases and all that. So Singapore market started to tank already. And China market, when it opened 1 week later, after Chinese holiday in the China is 1 week. So 1 week later, when China market opened, companies like even your JD, Alibaba, they start to drop a bit. Yes, but US market was still going up, right? Why? Because in the US, they don't see this thing as a big issue yet. They just, oh, this is some Asian shit. You know what I mean? Doesn't affect, Europeans or US, which is very true. So I have friends who work in the US. Like, I just ask them, hey, they say, no, nobody buy masks. Like nobody, the major airports, no one is wearing masks. Like you know what I mean? My brother worked in the Google also. So let's speak to him. That kind of thing. But Singapore, like, and China stocks start to drop. So the way I see this virus, I kind of know it have a chance. It may or may not, but probably it could spread outside. So this was my first thought that it probably the drop might come as and when US when it spread to US, when US has some infected cases, they will feel the shit. They will like feel, oh, this shit is real, and their stock market will reflect accordingly. So when this happened in Singapore, US stock market still keep going up, yes, for I think a 1 week or two. After then they realize, as this thing spread to more countries, like Korea, then Italy got it and all that, then this is where they seriously start to tank. So that was where I think if I want to short, right, what would be the best way? What will be the best bets for it? I can short the major markets. I can buy some puts on the index, which is okay. Or I can choose individual companies also. That was when I shared like RCL, right? Like any industry that will be hit the most probably will be those traveling related companies, airlines, hotels, royal cabin crews, and all that. And also for cruise, right? You must understand their target audience. Their target audience is really those elderly people. You know what I mean? So they are hit double because firstly they're asset heavy. Their ship, whether got business or not, they still incur because they lease the ship. They still incur it. They still have their fixed cost for the staff. And then those elderly right now, do you think they will go cruise now? Probably not. So they are hit the hardest. But if you are like airlines, you still have a bit of business because if I need to fly to KL for a business trip, I need to go. Yes, but cruise is well, I can only go on holiday this year on, man. You know what I mean? So cruise ship, I thought they might have room for a bit of drop. That was how I thought it. If I can buy some speculative, so it's a speculative bet. But if I can buy some puts on it and I can make like 10 times on it, why not? So that was the trade I shared in the webinar the other time. Okay, so that was so I'm sharing this just for learning purpose, and you can think about thought process. So I think in the group chat, one of my friends, she shared her thought process on training journal. So it's good to have a training journal for some of you guys. Share thought process, and she actually made a mistake. He shorted everything and like shorted those fundamentally strong companies. What you want to short is companies that are weak in cash flow, and actually like cruise companies like Royal Caribbean, so they are the industry leaders in their field, but actually they are quite weak in their cash flow. They are like surviving month to month, that kind of businesses. So when this thing hit, oh my god, they will be severely affected, and their share price reflected accordingly. They dropped 70%, I think today. So if you look at RCL, looks very scary. So their high was 135, they drop. Right now it's 32. How many percent drop is that? Like someone just help me count and put in the group chat. Too scary to count also. Yeah. And so this is the thing. Last time, so this is where some value investors will say now is the time to buy RCL because like 80% discount. That's one way to think about it. Okay, maybe take a pause now. And based on this statement, right? Let's say Royal Capital Cruise fundamentally is a good company, industry leader, right? And right now 80% discount. And then what is your thoughts about buying it? Or like, getting into RCL or companies like that, they are on the discount. If you guys share your thoughts in the group chat, I just want to hear your thought process and what do you feel about it. Well, I drink some water. So sorry, I apologize today. My voice is not the best. I still having a blocked nose. I'll try my best to talk as I can. Yeah, RCL can go lower, low can go lower, but think of it from a business perspective. Think of it from a bigger perspective in relation to your money. Okay, so this is how I see it. Like, could it be a undervalued company right now, RCL? Sure, but low can go lower, right? And you can check financial health, obviously, like what Jiao said. Yeah, so you want to, yeah, Jiao said, in today's context, is it Jeremy? Jeremy said, so yeah, cash flow issue, very good points. In today's context, we should look for a company that bounce back fast. So if I think Jeremy got latched on to the idea that I wanted to bring across. If I were to expand on what Jeremy said, right? Companies that can bounce back fast, right? I want to look for companies that are solid. They can talk through this situation without an issue. So they are really like strong, solid companies, great modes, earnings per share growing, good trend. They are like well positioned for the next few years. These companies, and then like because of this virus, they are not as affected or they are not impacted at all. So if I think, what companies do you think are not affected at all or very least affected compared to say RCL? So RCL is like the worst case scenario, severely affected, the most affected, hotels, airline, most affected, F&B. What companies that are not as affected or least affected? Facebook comes to mind, obviously. Payment gateways, okay. Like Visa, right? People spend less, maybe a bit because you go less. Okay, so more or less they might be affected a bit, but you can still sell online e-commerce. Yeah, so Facebook e-commerce, all this comes to mind. So I want business like Facebook before this whole thing. Yeah, waste management. You still need someone to empty the rubbish. So these companies are virus resistant. I'm not sure what's the word for it. Immune to this virus in terms of business, in terms of your business. Yeah, Facebook, esports, common one. So I have a few: Facebook, Google, Amazon, Visa, JD. Yeah, JD is very well positioned for this, much better than Alibaba. Both are e-commerce, but you just need to, and I don't know because I don't stay in China. I speak to some of my China friends. They tell me like right now they see the last few weeks, they garner more. So you want to speak to people on the ground. So I speak to my China friends, not in different cities. So I get a spread out view, not just people living in Wuhan. In different cities, they just say like JD right now, they're very happy with JD lah. It's a pleasant surprise, and I think this generates very good goodwill. So companies like that. So the point I want to make is like Facebook, all things equal before this, they're really a good company, solid growth. Yes, cash flow not an issue. They can talk through. Well, they got you can just check how much cash JD, Facebook, Google, Apple, all these companies have. Okay. So like for example, Apple might be affected a bit because people don't go to the shop to buy the iPhone maybe, but like companies like Facebook and their business might be better actually because you don't go out. Yeah, there's some restriction. You forced to stay at home. You don't go out. What do? You watch Netflix, surf more Facebook, use social media more, WhatsApp your friends, all the latest whatever. You know what I mean? So you actually use more of Facebook services. Uh, and also like some companies, they are forced to do marketing on Facebook because of the recent thing. So the way I see it, actually, there's a lot of plus points for Facebook, yes, but markets are irrational, right? So let's look at Facebook share price. Then people say, wait, you say, yeah, I agree, I can logically understand Facebook business not better, but how come we still drop from the highs and then we drop to what out today a new low 155? Why? Because business not affected, why will share price drop? Because market are irrational. Yes, like so there's I think in OMP, right, the first slide is the stock market, the real business does not equal the stock market. So I like this here, I think it's very important. The business real business. How to put the does not equal sign up? Like does not equal to the stock market price. Okay, this is not okay. Real business does not equal to something like that. Yes. I'm not sure how to do it on my but you get it. So real business and stock market price is two different things. Markets like irrational, they will sell. Okay, knowing this, is there opportunity for us? How can we take advantage of this? Business is as per norm, but suddenly from the top down, from 224 to 155, and right now I already support at 155. This line is pre-drawn beforehand, like all these lines here. And then right now we actually drop and then we come up. So we have it's like sitting on the line here. I think it's a good entry. So I might get in later. All things equal, we are sitting here. Yes. So Facebook, some could say, hey, good time to go in, right? The next question is how to go in. Buy a lead call. You can buy a lead call. If I buy a lead call on Facebook right now, I choose the most furthest expiration. I will choose somewhere around here, 1,000 plus. I can get it. Yes. But again, this thing might last a while, so I don't know how much this will blow over. But I can see from my chart here, my IB, right? If I expand this, if I hover across this, right, if I hover across this, right, on the left side, is 100 over 100. This thing, 100 over 100 if I hover across this. So 100 is literally the max volatility part inside there, which means if I were to sell a put, a 1 month plus put, and I'll sell roughly at the money, I get paid like 11. Okay, let's I call this 12 okay, because I will do at the mid roughly about $12. $12 divided by 160 if I get assigned, that's like how many percent? So I calculate for you. 12 divided by 160, right? I'm getting paid. So for Facebook, right, the definitely more than 2.5%, yes. And the money put 160 strike. Premium is $12. So 12 divided by 160, that is 7.5%, yes. There's like 3 times more than your average 2.5%. So it means I'm getting 7.5. The buyer paid me 7.5% to sell this in the money put. I think it's pretty okay. Like if the top down, right now we already have from the top, right, so I want to know how many discount, right? I just use a calculator to calculate. I just use 224 minus, I just roughly minus 155 is this amount. So 155 divided by 224, we are about, for Facebook, we dropped about 70, we are about 30% discount, right? We already dropped 30%. And you can get it cheaper for another 7.5% because there's a premium you get, right? So your cost base actually went down. So if you can get it for about 40% cheaper, you want to buy, anyone want to buy Facebook at a 40% discount? Raise your hand in the chat. So this is seldom see some high premium for any companies, not just Facebook, obviously. 40% discount on Facebook. Want to buy? So you want to buy and we have the margin to buy, you can sell the put. No margin to sell a put to get 100 shares. What you can do is you just buy the share outright. You can click here. You don't buy share outright, so you just click a few share, see how many you want to buy. So you need to do all portfolio management and what's the maximum for Facebook. And usually in this kind of scenario, I wouldn't want to pay the mid price. I can do like 155 because tonight after I go to sleep, if it drop to 155, very likely after you go sleep tonight, it can drop further. So you want to set a lower price and then you can just queue up. Okay, if and when. So this is, I would say this might not be the bottom yet, so we still have get lower lows. So the whole idea is we enter on lower lows. Lower lows means as a new low. That means like right now is a new low in the market. A new low we enter. If it spike up the next day, sometime a recovery we can get out. So we make this a bit of profit. So we are like in and out, in and out. We make a bit of small profits at there. It's fine. If you want to hold for the long term, you say you are not as active trading, you want just hold for the long term, it's fine also. Like really, right now, right, don't look at your portfolio and feel very sad. I feel that also, and all of you feeling that, I can tell. But you want to think long term. So how you want to think is, today I buy Facebook at 155 or 160, whatever the amount. 1 year from now, 2 years from now, what will share price be? I guess Not I guarantee you, but more than likely it will be much higher. So I look at it this way. Worst case scenario in this whole virus thing is what? Everyone die from the virus. Yes, that's the worst case scenario. Everyone die from the virus. 世界末日 kind of scenario. And everyone die. If everyone die, whatever money you have in your thing, a swim account, doesn't matter anyway. Yes? So if is that true? So since it doesn't really matter, then like you know what I mean. So suddenly you think that's yeah true then it's not as painful because the money don't matters if like everyone dies on earth. But if somehow we don't die from this and more often than not we recover from this, which will be like, very likely. Some business will take a hit. Some business might not make it, but business like Facebook, they will. These are the business that I bet will have the best turnaround. And if life goes on, if humanity goes on, these are business that few years from now will be doing very well. And the thing with virus or any recession coming downturn is if you look at the chart, the recovery sometimes you don't even know why like there's some severe thing going on back then. You know what I mean? Like you just recover, it'll V-shape, you go down and then it goes back up. So it's a V-shape recovery. So this is the boat that you don't want to miss and you want to focus on. So get your selection title. You want to focus on really companies that are going to do well. They're doing already very well right now before this virus. And with this virus thing over the next 1-2 months, or the next 6 months, they won't be as affected. My own takes are like Google, Facebook, Amazon, Visa. So you have your digital payment. I think it's cool. These are the companies. So think of companies that are asset like in asset. That means no heavy machinery. I don't want shipping companies. I don't want like F&B. I don't want Royal Campbell Cruise for sure. Like hotel is an asset, right? I have this building. Oh my god, I maintain that building. Yes, that is like very high maintenance. So I want to focus on like slim business, like really digital business. So a lot of people say, hey, we need to diversify away from tech. But can you see like in this tech thing, in this virus thing, tech companies actually are very resistant to this virus thing. Yeah, like Adobe, Microsoft. If you still need to use a computer, you still need my services. Same for Adobe. You know what I mean? So these companies are actually quite okay. You know what I mean? Whereas is the traditional businesses that take a hit. Okay. Uh, yeah. Okay. So I don't want to go on too much, but so and just now I want to clear some questions earlier. Someone say, so I won't go into specific trades now. Okay. For today, how do you sort? Yeah, I answer how to sort. How to calculate? Jeremy, just the when you ask how to calculate the buying power effect. Uh, yes, how to calculate the buying power? Should we roll our sell puts? Okay, let me answer Carol question first, since it came in first. Should we roll our puts? You need to give me a specific scenario, like what's your puts? Like it's very easy. This is a very generic question. So maybe I challenge you guys, or as an investor, try to ask more specific details. So like if I go to the doctor and say, should I take comp medicine? What would the answer be? Depends on what situation. Where you went to, how is your cost situation now? So should we roll our sell puts? Depends on what's your strike, what's your like. You know what I mean? You need to give more details. It's a very generic question, which hard for me to explain like that. But in general, so let's say I have some sell puts. Like my sell is 140 right now. It's 39. If I want to roll our puts, I need to roll it roughly at the money. So like if JD I want to roll, now is the time to do it. If it gets too much, if my strike is 40, and if JD touch wood drop like 36, 35, it's harder to roll already because it's too deep in the money. Okay, so you want to roll now, we're done to roll, I can click. My entry is already in April. If I roll to May or June, like 37, if I can get a good credit, I might roll. But for like JD, right? So the question, this is the important part. Your question, right, must be like for JD, right? I don't roll JD because I'm most afraid that when you roll, right, you are just saying that you want to get it at a cheaper price, or you don't want to take this loss. I am cool getting assigned at 40, and I'm cool if I get you at 40 and JD at 40 and you drop further, that's whatever. I don't see that as a loss because the business no change, correct? So back to the first part, you show up, I say stock market and real business is different. I'm focusing on the real business out there. What is Facebook business? What is JD business right now? They're still doing as per norm. Also, I bought some right now. I just got entry field. Okay, give me 1 second. So I have some pending orders. Later I'll come back to here. Like USO, I think the oil just dropped. Sorry, I got one trade too. Yeah, so I think for oil also, I think I mentioned, yeah, obviously fundamentals for oil is not that great, and I think it's a sunset industry, like what Eugene mentioned. But I think in the short term, based on my ad-hoc wave chart, it's just I think I see some upside to it. So for this kind of trade, I want to do a lip call on it. Where is my lip calls on it? Because I do not want to hold the shares. It's a small risk, because small risk meaning limited risk. Whatever I fork out for the lip call, and I have potential upside if oil rebound back up. Okay, but if not, it's fine. So it's small risk, potential gain. These are the things that I want to do. This is how I structure my trade for this kind of chart-based company. So if I think gold will go up a lot, I will do lip calls on them. Okay. Yeah. So should I roll the? Yes, you want to get a lower price. Then sure, you can roll it up if you want to get a lower price. So when you say you want to get a lower price, you must always think what is the everything is risk versus reward. That means everything there's two sides to it. Yes, you want to get a lower price. What is the downside to it? What is the downside of getting Visa at a lower price? Carol, you ask that you want to answer that question yourself. Okay. So if you get a lower price, the downside to it is you might not get a chance to get a lower price. If Visa you roll already, so let's see if I use my example. I have JD, okay, over here. I close everything else. JD, my sell put is 40 strike. If I roll to say $38, and if we go back up, I don't get the sign, I get the premium. That's not too bad. But I have limited gain, which is the premium. So when I'm selling put, I'm not the premium is just a way to lower my cost basis. But what I'm really interested is owning the shares, because I don't know, the premium is just like peanuts money compared to relative to if JD the next 1-2 years go up to $80, $120, 2 or 3 times more. That is what I want to make. So for Visa, I want to earn like I want to be there when it's just like watching your child grow up. So I want to be there with Visa when it goes up to like the new highs, $300, $250, 300. You know what I mean? Yeah. So not sure the best analogy, but you get what I mean. So I want to make the capital gain. Carol, I want to make the capital gain and not save on the premium, get it a bit cheaper. You know what I mean? So this is my own processor. Because if you think there's a lot of upside to it, now you get it at 215 or 210, doesn't really matter. My take, this is my own 2 cents. So I'm saying all this for what? You need to get your rational or your intention right. Why are you rolling? We roll the put for different reasons. Okay. So if your intention is you really want to own the shares for the long term, doesn't really matter that much you roll or not. Yeah. So if you really, and if the shares is good, long term growth is good, just leave it there lah. Okay. But this is it's very hard for me to suggest like that. Also, everyone got this of money. Everyone got. Yeah. So 160 versus 215 is very painful because you're looking at a very short term thing. So today, just today alone, Buffett lose I don't know how many billions. Should he feel more painful than you? Than all of us? I lose I don't know how much. Today I lose this account alone, I lose 7,005. Painful too. But Buffett lose probably more than 7.5 billion. Is he more painful? Yes. And think, what is Buffett doing right now? He thinking about the pain? Or yeah, I'm not sure about how much exactly Buffett looks like in terms of the capital depreciation. But he's probably thinking of getting in a triple. So why can Warren Buffett or value investors think like that? Because they have a long-term time frame. So when you shift your time frame out, suddenly the pain feel less. Does that make sense? So as an investor, right, you want to. And I think it's very normal. Okay, I'm not berating you guys for looking with short term or feeling the pain. It's normal. I feel painful also. Like, and now you see my P&L, I'm almost negative for the year. But I know more importantly is that when we recover, my portfolio will be better off than it was the last time. So my portfolio will reach a new high for the year, and I'll be better off than a lot of other investors out there, especially those who are going to sell now. Okay, yeah, I won't say consoling. So you want to change the words because the words will frame your mindset also. So you want to change the word from like thanks for consoling each other to giving each other support, that or giving each other encouragement. there's a different, the different way to face it. And sometimes super sale now, you can think of it this way. So you want to frame it a positive mindset. Okay. Positive mindset also means, right, like some, okay, so I'm not the guy who tell you, no lah, it's just paper loss, as long as you hold it, don't sell it, it's not really a loss. One fine day you go back up. If you're holding some telecom shares right now, like local Singtel or telecom shares right now, then that is like, it might not go back up. Does that make sense? So what I'm trying to say is the stock or the company selection is very important. Like, so the market drops, this virus thing is the same for everyone. But how we approach, what kind of opportunity take with our cash is very different. Some people, I was secondary school friend who just text me, who we play soccer last time, just text me earlier and say, hey, Ming, I want to set an account. I said, great, man. Then I don't buy US shares, I just buy Singapore shares. I said, okay. Like, what should I buy? All the local blue chips up. And we're like, wow, you got this opportunity and you don't want to buy local blue chips. Like, how is your Singtel doing, man? I rather you get Circle Life. You know what I mean? Like, if you get the wrong company, then over the next 10 years, you are stuck. Like in 2009, the market crashed. But if you buy like some local companies, your local blue chips like SIA, DBS, over the last 10 years, since the 2009 crash to 2019, before this job, you might not actually make a lot of money. Yes. So you want to, like opportunity, you have limited cash, you want to place it in the best bets available. Does that make sense? So coming back here is you want to place it on good companies. So this is where what you all can do. You all can, you need someone to like just bounce your portfolio around with. You can share the group chat of your shine. You can PM me. I know some of you do that. I just take a look at it. I just double check if you're on the right track. I think no harm in that. Okay. Yeah. So yeah, you want to focus on really long term time frame. Yeah, long term time. So in the short term, everything. So so let's say because all of you are new, so you don't know, you can't see the future. You can't like going if you are first time going to the gym, it's painful also. I need to, wow, I'm sweaty. I can't even do like a few push-ups or pull-ups. I can't lift the weight. It's painful. Yes, like the pain is in your face. But if you know, if you're wired your brain, right, you like those fitness trainers, they wire your brain such that after it you feel good, you actually gain muscle, look better, you can bench better. So it's a positive reinforcing. So why is it a positive reinforcing for you? Because I know every time this happens, every time the market drops 20%, when you pick back up, my portfolio will be better than the last time. Like it's just like that. Every time I go to the gym, I will feel better when I come out. Yes, I will feel leaner, I will feel slimmer, that kind of thing. So every time the market drop, but when the market drop is painful. When I go to the gym, putting in the effort, it doesn't feel shock. Like it's like hard work. So when the market drop, yes, there's pain there, but I know, like after that, there's a rainbow after all these black clouds waiting for me. Does it make sense? So I can't elaborate this that much. I will try later maybe talk a bit more. So this is really like more into the investor psychology. Yeah. And really this time, right, if you are able to like, you have some spare cash or what, they really don't need it anyway. Really do consider putting your thing on same account or like, buying good companies. It's like option strategy aside, if you just do the vanilla way, that means the most easy way just buy and hold companies, right? You cannot go wrong. You just buy and hold Visa shares, Facebook shares, 25, but do we drop 25% already? Like it's a very rare, it's a very, 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 very rare opportunity. So at any point of time, I'm calculating. Like I have literally, maybe I just show you my pen and paper. Like let's take this camera and so like I'm always projecting, how much more we can drop, and I'm always be adjusting my portfolio management, like at least mentally on my Excel spreadsheet or in my head doing the breakdowns. Okay, so I want to make sure I pace myself. It's like a marathon runner. You are going to run 42 kilometers. You cannot like go all in towards in the first 5 kilometers. Where runners will understand you need to pace yourself. So as we drop, we need to pace ourselves. You know what I mean? Like slowly entering more. So the 5% is a really good opportunity. If you go all in now and you just all buy and hold, I think it's okay. Like you're out of the game already, but I think, oh my god, 2005, 2492. So let me 3397. Oh wow, we dropped more than 25% already. It's like super interesting, man. Yeah. So these are interesting times, and actually I like it. I see this job as this. So this might be a bit hard to accept, or particularly might be incorrect, but this survivors aside, like no one wish for this to happen. but this uncertainty, this and the result market drop is probably the best thing that can happen to my portfolio. Literally, because of this, I can buy things at 25% discount. Yes, if not, I may always like just trimming at highs, make away your money. But it's times like this that I can really get in cheap, like dirt cheap. You know what I mean? All things equal now, I can buy Facebook. Compared to 1 month ago, I can buy Facebook at 25% or 30% cheaper. Yeah, actually, just now I do the maths for you sell the call, you are getting like 40% cheaper. Facebook 40% cheaper already. How much more you want? You know what I mean? Like everyone wants cheap. Like you need so this thing, you're not going to time the bottom. You cannot time the top, you cannot time the bottom anyway, correct? So since we know that for a fact, then don't try to do it. Okay, just if you think it's comfortable, like when Singapore sale, I don't have to buy the cheapest also. I don't know how much more discount, but I think it's cheap enough. I will buy my clothes up. So same now, Facebook, I think 30%, 40% is cheap enough. I will buy them. Okay, so now it's really, really a very, very good opportunity. And whatever feelings you have right now, Carol, and even for I think for everyone, right now in journal, today is March. March 12th. Write down today's date, write down the situation. So your trading journal, your date, so you want write the date, write the situation, not just how you feel. Because how you feel 3 months later you forget. But the situation, you write down the context. So right now, with the virus, the market drops, my portfolio look like shit, lose so much money, all red, just yet. And then today, oh my god, I'm doing this webinar with me trying to console us, but we just dropped another. Right now, looking at the futures, we dropped another 6.7%. Okay, for total collective of 25% in the market. And logically, I know when we just touch on Facebook, I know it's a good opportunity to buy. But despite that, I just feel uncertain because of X, Y, Z, A, B, C, whatever. You want to write down your thoughts, your feelings, how you're feeling right now, as detailed as possible. You go through the pain, write down your pain, whatever. Like if I show up, like looking at, then you can go into your pain now. So you can say like, let's say for Carol, Carol, I just use your example as a example for everyone. Just say like, yes, but don't want to share. I know owning Visa shares right now at this price is great, but looking at 160 versus today versus 215 is super painful. Write it down. Like there's no right or wrong here. Just write it down. And why painful? Because like, oh my god, 16215 minus 160 is so much difference. It's like, wow, my brain cannot accept. Like why I pay so much extra because today fight I don't want to. You know what I mean? So just everything just write it down. Just write. Okay, 3 months later can you write down 3 months later, you will look back at it and you will tell us how you feel 3 months or 6 months later from now. Okay, can you write down today's date, the situation, write down your visa paid. Okay. Yeah, that's about it. So today I think it's a good opportunity. Those of you who still have cash, today might be a good time to leg in a bit. I think we just go back up a bit. The market went back up a bit. So if I look at 1 minute chart, so in the first half an hour we spiked down, but I think so this could be the low. I think for 2005. I think 2005 is the good support we managed to hold about 2005. So this spike down is like, I think it actually hold. 2005 could be a short-term support for now. Yeah. So after I end this, I might. So actually, my portfolio, right, I left like maybe 30% cash, and as I want to pace myself, right, I want to be my worst bottom case where I'm really all in, right, is maybe 2004, 2002, like that, this range. Okay. So from here to here, we are about there, like. So can we drop further? Like, can we reach 2002 and drop further? Sure. But I say right in my portfolio mention, you need a point where you're willing to go all in. 2002, I really will show hand. I might even go leverage, but I'm not recommending that for me personally. I might get some loans or what, but that's just me. So this is the part where I will show hand over here. Maybe I just go mark. So for me, I started use trading view because easy for me to have my chart here. So like around here, we are ready to go all in. Yeah, I change the color. Yeah. Okay, yeah. So really, this pricing, I will really go all in, and so we are about there already. 2005, so as I'm facing myself, uh, right now I probably have about 30% cash. I might top up as and when. So this is not true. This is like the top left on my screen. option buying power 39,000 is not the real amount. I probably will have 30 or about 28,000 out of um, my portfolio started to drop also. It dropped from 90 plus, now it's 74. So 20 plus out of 74, I still have a good 20% about there. Yeah, I'm slowly pacing myself. So what I might do is I just the same company, so I might buy Amazon share. I only got one. I might top up my Amazon or Google shares. Uh, and over here I will be very selective. Yeah, Google, Amazon, Facebook, I might enter more. Uh, yeah, these are the companies that. So there's no right or wrong here. So this is really just this is the best thing. When it comes to investing, right, you don't have it's not rocket science. You don't have to get it down to the exact dollar and cents, but 大概就好了. You know what I mean? 大概 you have a lot of money already. Okay, so really just identify the top few. You guys got limited funds anyway. Now you guys probably like some of you guys almost all in already. Your remaining amount roughly is how much I don't know. It could be a few $100 for you or a few $1,000. You really want to think or which companies you want to put this money on. You can do like, let's say you like JD and if you got 4,000, you can do ROS on it. I think it's okay. If you got less than that, you want to spread it out. Let's say you got a few thousand, you want to spread it out. You can spread it out across like Visa, Facebook, Google, and you want China exposure, you can go JD, you can go. I personally don't really like Alibaba, but you can go JD, you can go Alibaba, or you want to go like KWeb, just buy the shares and own it also can. KWeb is KWeb does drop, but can you see like overall right, JD is very resistant. Like if I compare it, we actually hit a new high, just 1 week ago. Compared to say Alibaba, is faring much better. Two e-commerce company, but over the last 2 weeks, share price. So I think like JD is in this last few weeks is already a bit more resistant in this virus thing. And when this thing recover, the funds start coming in, I think it can really shoot up. Okay, this is just my personal take for JD. If it doesn't show up, don't blame me. And this is just my thoughts. So JD, these are my personal Facebook, JD, Visa. If you can, I think it's okay to have one or two Google or Amazon shares. If you just buy one, I think it's okay also. Like, it's nothing wrong with that. Like I have one Amazon share in this account. In Google, I have three. You see, can you see? Like I am used to it. I mean, so you see, this is the thing. Like for Carol, maybe, and for the others, right? Okay, I'll share my thoughts on Boeing later. Just think about this way. Think like how the moment I get to my favorite company, any of these companies, it's going to drop for sure. Like I'm the most unlucky. You can frame it like that. So how can you frame it positively? Is you can frame it as I'm the most unlucky investor ever. Every time I'm waiting for Google to drop back to 1,002, it doesn't come down. Then I go and chase the price. I get at 1,491, like near to 1,005. Literally at the high. 1,491 is. So I just see Wei Ming is the most unlucky investor ever. 1,491 is somewhere here, like literally close to the high. The moment I get in, because I get in with Google, that's why Google need to drop, yes. So, but despite that, so I can like just look at it this way. If the more you ask yourself, so you want to write down your checklist, write down this question. If you enter XYZ stock, it's a good company, you enter already, and immediately after you enter, the market will make the stock drop for you because you enter already, that's why it must drop. So you enter already, the market like Visa, because Carol enter Visa, that's why Visa had to drop, and Visa going to drop 15%. Are you still okay with it? Knowing there is the upside to come. Okay, that means think the moment you enter, you drop 15% or 20% or 10%, whatever the amount. If you are not okay, that means you're too short term or you don't. So if you're not okay, if you don't feel uncomfortable, right? 3 reasons. One, is probably if it's across the board, you are not okay. Any stock you go in drop 20%, you are not okay one. That means generally you are just still a bit new. Then that's okay. Like you never go gym before, so you go any gym, you also feel uncomfortable. That's okay. So you just need to get a bit more experience. That's number one. So you're new, you just have not experienced any cash flow. Number two, you are not used to you still don't have confidence on the stock, on the company. The conviction is not as high. So for example, 10% drop, you're okay for Visa, but you're not okay for JD. Why? Because you don't understand JD as well as you think Visa is okay. So you have higher confidence for Visa, but not so much for JD. Does that make sense? So what this tells you is you need to do more research on JD or your allocation on JD in terms of percentage. Needs to start small and slowly go up. Okay, so lower allocation. Okay. On number 3, right, your views are a bit too short term. It's like, if today I go gym, I don't get a 6-pack immediately, I cannot. Yes, like I need immediate result. Today I go gym, I put in my 2 hours, I need to have an immediate 6-pack, or at least a 4-pack. But doesn't stock market don't work that way, ma? Does that make sense? So this analogy does that, yeah. So how does 6-pack come? It's not a 1-day thing or even a 1-week thing, 2-week thing, right? It's a long-term thing. Same, ma. Your portfolio, you want to make money over long term, is long-term thing. So this is the thing. This is how the stock market is structured. There is a platform where, Warren Buffett always say, it's a platform where the money is transferred from the inpatient to the patient. Okay, inpatient guy, stock market transfer money from inpatient to patient, just like that. You can choose to be patient or not. Everyone start out inpatient, but you want to remain inpatient, or do you want to learn to remain patient? Because patient guy make the money. No right or wrong. This is just a fact. Okay, so obviously you want to be a patient, right? So right now, the last thing you want to do is really, the worst thing you can do right now is sell your Facebook stock, which I see a few people cannot take it away. So when they do it right, they are not going to say, I cannot take it away, I'm going to sell. No one will tell them like that. Tell themselves like that. What they will say is like that. You want to catch whatever you're saying, that's very important right now. They will say, now the price, you see the market drop like that, if you go drop further, right? So why not I sell now and I buy back at the lower price, right? Sounds like a good plan, yes. Why not I cut loss on my Visa first, then wait for Visa drop 10%, I buy. That sounds like a good plan, provided it can drop more. But can you guarantee that? So you could be selling. So this is how people actually buy high, sell low. You do not want to. So you know this is like worst case, you do not want to go there. Okay, but they won't say that. They won't say, because I'm a stupid investor, I'm impatient, that's why I buy high, sell low. No lah, no one will say that. But they will say, they will give myself a reason, a logical reason. They will say, right now price is dropping and we can drop a bit more. This virus looks like, it's not going to end anytime soon now. So why not I just close all my everything? 2 weeks later, as the market drop further, I get in. Sounds like a smart plan, yes? Yeah, please don't do that. Look at the world best investors. Are they doing that? Is Warren Buffett timing the market by, like, right now, okay, shit happens, he close off everything, he got billions of dollars, he close off everything, and then wait for you to drop further. Not even timing the bottom, but wait for you to drop further, then start to enter. No. Top investors are not doing things like that. Correct? They already have 90% allocated. Right now, what he's doing is he got the quite a good solid cash reserve of. But you see, a lot of people say, like, Buffett is holding a lot of cash. But a lot of cash is like record cash amount. His cash pile is like, in terms of dollars, a lot, how many billions? But in terms of percentage, it's only a small part of their portfolio. Makes sense? So he got about 10, or I think his cash position before the drop was about 15%. So he's 85% allocated buy and hold companies, and he's 15% cash. 15%, of course, you can do a lot of tranches also, but that's one problem. But right now, he is not liquidating his 85%, and then trying to enter at lower price before it to drop. He's not doing that. So please do not do that. Okay, please do not do that. Okay. So this is really a bit more investor psychology. Yeah, focus on what can be controlled. Which is what your company allocation, your portfolio allocation. Really, it's just this two, and your emotion. Your emotion, everyone feeling shitty right now, with myself included. See, now my nose also react to the market, but don't let my emotions affect my decision. Does that make sense? It's okay to feel shitty. Like what I do, sometimes I just meditate all now. Fuck, like just shit. Talk more to investors, calm myself down. So I also like Carol needs people to console you. I also talk to other investors. Like maintain my sanity and try to avoid negative news out there. Like all the news outlet, right, is clickbait. Their headlines look very scary, and all these don't really help you as an investor. Does that make sense? So I want to try to like, if I can, I want to focus on facts. Like in this virus, I want to focus on facts. And the fact shown that actually it's not that bad, to be honest. But if you focus on the news media outlet and all that, it's very negative. Okay, so there's a different thing there altogether. Yes, emotions have to be controlled. So think of it this way, like if you want immediate result, it's like you're thinking, I tell myself, I want to go to gym today, next week I want to have 6-pack. Does it happen like that? No. So what needs to happen? You put in consistent result. Same more. So right now, like when shit hits the fan, it's the people stop going to gym. I cannot take it too much pain. So right now is the part where you want to be a bit detached from portfolio. I don't know what I can do to help. Like really, if you need sleep early, don't look at market, don't lock in. Really, just don't lock in. Just or whatever that helps you, as a human being, psychology, you distress. Just watch Korean drama. Really, just market open, don't go and see that. Just watch Korean drama, or like do some yoga, meditation, or whatever. Okay. Yeah, obvious. I'm positive to blow. This confirm will blow over. Yes, Carol, very nice way how you frame it. This doesn't blow over. We all die from this virus. Whatever amount I have in my single stream doesn't matter anyway. Be it USD, SGD, right? Your bank account doesn't matter anyway. But if we don't die literally, like we don't die from the virus, we as a entity, humanity come back stronger. Our portfolio will go up logically. Yes, which means what? Which means actually right now, if I buy Facebook edition, I am just being patient and I wait. I almost guaranteed to make money back. Correct? There's like literally no way I will not come out of this in terms of like dollar and cents monetary. I will not come out of this more profitable. There's no way in hell that scenario can play out. The only way that scenario can play out is you cut the loss. Or you get in some margin call, the thing of stream broker cut the loss for you. So you want to be very careful. Those of you who are almost 100%, you want to go and count your margin, your sell put, make sure there's enough margin for you to own the share if you're assigned. So this thing can happen for you. You intend to own the shares but not enough money or whatever, then the broker do the margin call for you. And then you also do not want that situation. So please, those of you who who sell put, you want to do errors or what because the margin, the like I mentioned again, the buying power is not accurate, so you want to recalculate and make sure you just have enough margin to hold everything, and you're cool. Okay, and really there's no scenario that can play out that. You know what I mean? Yeah. So okay, so let's do some question. Based on Elliott wave, the charts. I think the charts will be updated later. Let me get the latest charts. I'll just paste in the Telegram group. If I forget, just remind me. How do I calculate the option buying power? Option buying power. So for leap cost, right? If you do leap cost, they will just deduct because accordingly. It's straightforward because you pay upfront for the leap call. For buy and hold shares, like I mentioned earlier, they use 70%. So you want to manually add in 30%. So 30%, like just now Amazon, I did the calculation, right? Over here, like right now the share price, let's say is 1714, and they take 70% of this amount. So this amount is shown over here. They take a buying power effect, but it's 70% only. So you add in 30%, which you calculate of the share price is this amount. So this amount, right, minus from where? Your buying power should minus away this amount, which is your real buying power, correct? Because if I need to extra 30% margin, my buying power effect should be lower. So I need minus it away. So this is for buy and holding. For selling put, right? So let me go to selling put. Okay, show here net split position. Sometimes you have this because sometimes I own the shares and sometimes I own some JD shares, or I do some big cost on JD, so it's a split position. So how you can do this, calculate this manually, right? The best way, right, is you just if you have this, they don't show the buying power effect. Or if you show, right, you minus it away, and then you add in the full margin required. Does that make sense? That means, let's say it show here maybe $1,000. So let's say for Carol, for Visa, sell put, it show maybe 2,000, 3,000. Add the 3,000 back into the buying power effect, add it in. Then you do the full margin, the full 100% you deduct away. Because this one is not accurate anymore. So whatever you calculate, I don't want you minus away yourself this amount not accurate. I will add it back in, and then I will minus away the full margin, which is the share price times 100 shares per contract. So they minus it away. So when you minus, your buying power effect will be lesser for sure. How much lesser? That's the key thing. Okay, so everyone, please go tonight, go and calculate. So you minus away your buying power effect already. That amount in terms of percentage over your overall net liquid amount. So top left, right? Net liquid amount right here, 74,000 is my total, is 100%. 100% is 74,000. Okay, so if I do the calculation, 74%, sorry, I'm a bit sick today. 74% will be 100, right? And if my margin after I calculated, let's say it's about 25K. Okay, so I roughly know my cash. So this is cash. So roughly I will know. So buying power effect is the cash remaining, right? It's let's say 33%. So roughly I need to know, right? So market right now we are minus 25% from top, right? I got 33% cash. I think okay lah, not too bad, right? So as we drop further, your portfolio management also minus 30% from top. I will have maybe 25 or 20% cash. So from here, drop here, minus 33 drop to minus 20 is 10%. 10% of 74 is about 7.4K, right? So I need to go in about $7,000.5 worth. At this point, I probably just, if I do LROS or if I do another JD LROS, maybe I do on KWeb, also can, or I can just buy and hold individual companies. So 7,000 can do what? 7,000 can buy one share of Amazon, one share of Google. That remains maybe another 3,000, buy some Facebook shares. You know what I mean? This is how you can. So agak-agak can already. Does that make sense? But I mean, if you got the time, obviously spend more time on it. Okay. Jeremy, does that answer your question? So this part you all need to count. Go and count first, and then when you get stuck again, ask in the group chat. Okay. But you at least I teach you how to count already. Your buying power effect. Because when you count, then you know, oh, yeah, just something we say I forget already. Then you go replay this video. I'm going to upload it and then count again. Yeah. So really now those of you with some cash in your bank or some cash elsewhere, I don't know sitting where. Now if you can, now it's like you need to consolidate your reserve and like, yeah. What other question did I miss out earlier? Just help me push down. Thoughts on Boeing? Boeing more downside obviously, right? Because like, okay, so Carol, I want to ask before I share my thoughts on Boeing, more downside or not. Why do you ask this question? Do you want to get in on Boeing? Why do you want to get in on Boeing? This is a more important question. I can share Boeing. It will be recovering soon, have more downside to come, but this is what I can share. But importantly, why are you asking this question? Why are you thinking about Boeing? Is Boeing one of your top companies? That is a more important question. Yes, you want to get into Boeing. Then the question I want to ask you is why? Why you want to get into Boeing? So why am I asking this? I'm not saying Boeing is not a good company, but back to the basics I covered earlier, some companies will be affected a bit more. I think Boeing is one of the companies that will be affected a bit more. Why not I just focus on a company that will be not as affected? That this thing doesn't affect them as much like Facebook compared to Boeing. Boeing right now is happening. Airlines are getting affected. No one want to travel. They cancel the orders on Boeing. And no one, you know what I mean? So obviously Boeing will be affected more. So Boeing is a good company, yes. So your question, Carol, is or for everyone, is not Boeing good company or not. Boeing is obviously a great mode, only one of the two companies who do airplanes, but is Boeing the best bang for buck for my money? Is Boeing the best right now? Is any company that choosing right now the best bang for buck in my company? Not is this XYZ a good company? And because you are focusing on individual companies, I'm focusing on like Boeing, too concerned about Boeing. That it's a very individual company specific question. If you zoom out, you want to ask portfolio specific question. Your portfolio question: what company will be the best bank for my remaining amount? Is it the best to put in Boeing? Maybe not. But you want to ask yourself this question to help you get to the answers. And it's me. I wouldn't have Boeing. It's just me. I wouldn't have Boeing. Yeah, so Boeing debts, how I see it playing out is if I get cash flow problems and then the government will bail them out, like how the French bail out the Airbus one. So Boeing is too big to fall, the government will step in, maybe Warren Buffett will come and offer a bit. Then because also Boeing is big enough for like Buffett to make a move, right? So maybe Buffett will buy Boeing, become the key shareholder, 51%, and then mention. So Boeing right now, their situation is the culture. We started from management, it's like super bad management. They change the CEO, but like not much effect. So in the whole sales chain, and so I think the management from the top down, the board of directors management change. You have the best mode, but you don't have the best team. I think is so Boeing will survive because someone still need to manufacture airplanes, but they are not exactly growing that much. This is just my 2 cents on this company. It's very asset heavy, which I don't really like. We are in a fast pace where this virus can hit. What if another virus hit? You know what I mean? Like if another virus hit, double bang. This will still like nothing happened, correct? You know what I mean? Like Boeing, like physical companies. You know what I mean? Like, can you see some companies that survive this, the hotels, like just nice they managed to get by, they survive. What if another thing possible, or like something that might not be the virus, but like something I don't know. Uh, then can they survive the next one? You know, like so you want to yeah, lor, so these are the questions that you ask yourself, right? Yeah, and Boeing. Rather go more into Boeing, but just in short, I think Carol, you get my stand on Boeing, right? But importantly, you're asking individual company questions. You want to ask a bigger portfolio question, which is Boeing. So don't ask yourself, is Boeing, will Boeing survive? Is Boeing a good company? The answer will be yes, yes. But you want to ask yourself, is Boeing the best bang for buck for my company? Or what will be a better company that can be a better, in terms of capital allocation, if I'm an allocator, where can I better put my remaining amount, my few thousand, where can I better put? Okay, so you can use Facebook as a benchmark. Which company that can rebound in the next 2 years or so can rebound faster and sharper than Facebook? Do you think Boeing can? I'm not saying yes or no, but you ask the question. So you use Boeing or Visa as benchmark. If any company cannot perform better, then why are you to get it? Yes. So yeah, so maybe Visa. So maybe you think, okay, Visa, maybe I can argue Visa can be their growth is can challenge Facebook over the next few years, they're not expected. Then okay, so you should have Visa. And it's only that few, right? Visa, Adobe, Netflix, maybe all the and really it's really all the digital companies. And if you want to talk about non-tech, then you have like your waste management. You can have them. It's always good to have non-tech exposure because you don't know how the next crisis for all you don't may affect tech companies. No one knows how to say, yeah, Costco, all this. So you can have all these companies in your portfolio. So I think it's okay. Yeah. So yeah, lor. So you need to think, so if you can have a reason for it, sure. Okay. Yeah. And if you ask me, I think like what Nike, Disney, United Health, all these are okay. Boeing, not so much. Personally, I don't really like. Carol, you work in Boeing or you got you got a like good uh anything non-monetary intangible stuff that is going on for you in Boeing? Like you answer me. Oh, okay, you fly a lot. Okay. Yeah, so because Carol, yeah, okay, so now I begin to see, because Boeing, it's not the first question. It's not like investors don't just go there. So I'm trying to understand the thought process. So okay, you fly a lot, great. So because you fly a lot, right? Then the next time you fly to wherever you want to see the airplane inside, how many empty seats as relative to usually, probably a lot of empty seats, and airlines will be affected, Boeing will be affected. So you want to see from okay. So the only way you're getting it is you want to like turn around stock up. You want to wow keep dropping, trade already until you cannot drop. Then you want to catch at the low and you back your way up. I think it's okay. But turnaround is hard to play compared to say riding on company like Facebook, JD, who have strong tailwinds to push them up. Like like another case in point that are similar to this situation will be Hong Kong. Like some of you have EWH, Hong Kong there. So some say Hong Kong after this thing global will definitely have to come back up. So firstly, Hong Kong is not the last time in Hong Kong. And this is the first for Hong Kong also, going back to China. You don't know how it will play out. Secondly, if I'm playing EWH, it's a turnaround thing. May or may not go up, or rather, when it recovers back up, how much is it going to recover? Might not be a lot. Same for Singapore stocks. Why not I just latch on to a company that is like easy, no brainer, like Visa, Facebook, make my job easier. Yes, make my investing I stay better at night. Instead of thinking about going to recover or when going to recover, when are they going to change the management. But not to say I not to say like discount Boeing. Boeing is in one of my watch list. It's just still there. Like some companies will just forever be there, but I'm not putting money in it. Like Johnson, forever, like McDonald's, is just there in my portfolio, but in my watch list, but I'm not placing my money in it. Yeah, wow, thanks God. Like 2% of China, I read this time also. Right, can you see? Okay, so you see, let me expand on this, right, from Scott. In 1997, right, when they just do the hangover, Hong Kong contribute 25% to China's GDP. That means like China revenue, the money coming in, Hong Kong as an individual city contribute one quarter, 25%. which means China, from China perspective, if I'm facing the central government, I would think, oh, I cannot really touch you too much because, if riots go on the street, there's 75%, man. I need you. Fast forward 10, 20 years later, right now you're contributing 2%. Today you die, I leave the whole island to die, doesn't really matter, man. I have major China cities that can do whatever Hong Kong is doing, the financial, whatever I can do. You know what I mean? Can you see the difference now in terms of China reliance on Hong Kong as a hub? Yeah. So really, I just this is just my sorry, any people from Hong Kong here? I just uh, I don't see their growth to be that much now. So how is it? Okay, so let me recap everything. We're getting a bit late, right? You guys are tired. And so let me try to sum up my thoughts on this. I think like if I have some money in US and China like the China tax, or you want the China heavyweights, the traditional China business like China Construction Bank, you go FXI, I think it's okay also. So you have money in US and China. I don't need the whole world. I don't need Singapore, I don't need Hong Kong. I just have US and China. I have literally, the bulk of it. I don't even have Europe. I don't have Russia. I don't have like South America. But China, US, I think I'm pretty much covered. Yes, then 就够了 咯. You know what I mean? Yeah, you don't need, as an investor, you don't need to have everything. Don't FOMO everything else. Just be selective. Yeah, 就可以了. Does that make sense? Okay, any last questions before I wrap?
Hi, can I ask a question? Rayming.
Yeah, another point, right? Because I last time from Air Force, so I have friends who are technicians who now work in Boeing, Rolls Royce, who do Boeing engines and all that. And I can tell you, it's not overnight thing. It's a shitstorm there. It's the culture is like pushing there. So it's like every time I go for service, I ask technicians. Yeah, but Boeing won't die because Boeing they do like defense. Besides commercial airplanes, they do fighters jet, they do space. So they are diversified all that. They won't die, but they are not exactly. In short, like one sentence we get. Boeing is not the best bank for buck for my portfolio. That's why it's not in it. Okay, yeah. Sorry, just now I interrupt someone who is sharing. Speak a bit louder, please.
Okay, this is Kang Yi.
Can you hear me? Let me increase my volume. Input down. Yes.
Can you hear me? Hello, Rayming, can you hear me?
Can. Kang Yi, yes.
Oh yeah. Okay. This one is a question or more. Okay, let's say in my portfolio, because right now I'm quite pretty heavy on lip core, and most of it is actually like 1.5 years to 2 years contract. Okay, I'm just correct. But I'm just thinking ahead. Because let's say example is like assuming let's say is it too loud?
No. I think for me I can barely hear you.
Oh, can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Can you? Hello.
Can.
Okay. So what I'm asking is that if let's say touch wood, like let's say market don't recover within the next 1 or 2 years, and then the lead core position is left with like only 1.5 years, and we need to either roll or we have to close the position with 1 year left. Yeah. So is it more advisable if let's say I so-called close the position, but get all those money back and then buy the shares instead?
Okay, so you already weigh what you can do, right? Because right now you are a bit too heavy on lip call. Personally, I mentioned the ratio is 30%. I think some of you really like you count the lip call. You are too heavy, and this thing don't recover, so which really might take a few months. And every day you see the thing bleeding, it's not a good feeling. So the best way is you just close it. One of the ways is you can close it and just buy the share. So whatever, like let's say I have a Visa dip call right now bleeding, because I have too much dip call, like what Rayming said, I forgot that I can just close it and both of you, and I saw a few of you also, so you are going and then you want to close it and then just buy the shares. That is so it's not for me to say yes or no, but you just need to weigh the pros and cons. Dip call, if it recovers right now, great for you. And of course, so the conservative way will be change it to shares. That's a safer way. You can't go wrong. But if you change it to shares, then if you round back out, then you'll be like, shit. You know what I mean? There's no perfect way. So I say the sweet spot or the optimal way will be a percentage of deep call you are comfortable with. If you are too much, so let's say the sweet spot is 20-30% of your allocation right now. If you are at, I don't know, 50%, 70%, you need to count. You want to trim it back down.
Yep, that's a current situation. If
Yes.
although I in terms of cash to position holding, I still have a lot of cash. But then in terms of like let's say those holding, I can say that almost like 70% is lip call.
Okay.
So in this situation, how do I actually, because it's like all these are already in the like maybe 30% to 40% loss zone. So I was just thinking is like, how do I actually, I mean, if let's say today is shares, I definitely don't mind holding all these things. It's just that today is a lead call position and there's after all still a time pressure.
So
Some of it,
the way I see it, you just run through your lip call holdings again. Make sure you know they are the best bang for buck. Like if I have a lip call on Boeing right now, I will really just close it. Like I don't think Boeing in the next 1 year will recover back. Maybe for Disney also, those who have Disney lip calls. Yeah. So I close all my lip calls on Disney. I left like one just for fun. I mean, I just want to have one, but you don't have to do that. So Disney, I will convert to shares. You know, like Disney won't die, but it might not recover in the next 1 year in terms of that share price. I might do that. Yeah, lor. So I will just keep my lip calls really the companies that have the best room for rebounding. They are the best, in my opinion, the best chance for rebounding. The rest, I will just do shares. And you can leave it also. And also, I think one of the positive thing for you is you maintain like your lip calls are always like right now. If your lip call left 6 months, then you are fine, correct? But if you still have 1.5 year, I think there's some breathing room. You know, but at the same time, you want to be clear eye on it. And as the market drop further, please don't enter lip call already. You want to increase your non-lip call percentage. So any allocation right now, but really you don't need to do any calls really. Any allocation, new allocation right now, you just want to buy and hold some shares, income generator, or just do the LROs to own the shares. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it makes sense. Which is over the last 1 week, I've been buying shares, but of course, I'm just thinking of what to do with my lead call.
Yeah. So if you want to close, sometimes I wait for spike up to close. Like United Health spike a bit. I think like a few days back, then just nice my lead call, I just close it. So this is how I get out lah. For my lead. I wait for spike. If you want to get out, I won't on a down day like today get out. No lah. It's like the creator gets
Okay.
quite extra. So usually I
Okay,
wait for
understand.
update to adjust to close. Be it for profit or loss. Is it like when I'm closing for profit or loss or anything? If I'm closing, I wait for update, not on a down day. Usually.
Okay,
Yeah, unless if
sure.
I entered wrongly yesterday, I realized it, then okay, today I need to get out. If not, I will wait for update. Okay.
Okay, thanks.
Screenshot me your portfolio. With your thoughts, I have to take a look. Later on.
Okay, sure. All right, thanks.
Open up the tabs. I can see. Okay. Anyone else got questions? If not, we run a bit late. So today I didn't really trade much because so this is one of my own rules also. If I'm feeling a bit down, like my brain is not moving the fastest, it's just a bit slow, I'm tired. I just took like flu medicine, I'm feeling sleepy. If I can help it, I won't trade. All things equal. But today is like, well, when the market gives 5% discount, how can don't trade, right? So I'm going to go bathe and then I'm going to enter some. I kind of mentally really count it. Really, I probably will enter 5 or 6K more of something lah today. So also this is just me, but I think some of you might have this feeling also. Sometimes when I bathe, right, it's like when the water is over my head, like my creativity goes up. So I'm able to think of things that when I'm sitting here, look at the screen, I cannot think on. So sometimes if I like feeling mental block or what, I will just go bathe. Yeah, that's me. So I was on the tap bathe. So when I'm bathing, the ideas will come. I will know immediately when bathing. I will know later exactly when I sit down what I'm going to do if I go sleep. I want to chop because I want to faster go sleep already. So later on, when I come back, right, I probably will enter like a few shares of Google, Amazon, and some Facebook shares. And if I can like go in another JB, errors, that'd be great. So for example, if I go JD, right, I want to do at the money or close to at the money. I want to get the most premium. And how do I like I will do it monthly. Right now we are 29. Then I get like so $3 plus, right, is actually like what, 10%, almost 10% of my premiums of the share price. I think it's pretty good. So somewhere around here. And if I own it at 39, what if you can drop to 30, I don't care. I think it's a good price. I'll just own it. And premiums, right? Those IV for the next few training session, I will be talking more on it. But I will post this indicator in, because this is a custom indicator which you do not have to think of same. So I need to post this, and then I will teach you how to import this into your this IV rank. Import this into your thing of same so that we are aligned. You can play around with it first. So the next time I cover training session, I don't have to cover like how to look at this IV thing. So I will share the earnings date and this IV thing. IV is implied volatility. It does measure the fear. So can you see the fear right now is at its highest? Okay, I'll share in what is the red line, and so maybe I just in short so there's two lines here. Is ranked from 0 to 100. The gray line, right, is the actual volatility. The red line is the average. You can say as average in terms of like out of the last 100 days, how many days of it is over here. Because for example, some companies like Visa, the volatility is quite low, always historically low. But for like Boeing, the last 1 year is always very high. So, and then like Tesla, for example. So the red line is just, the red number is based on historical. It gives you a historical perspective. The gray number is the actual volatility, which will affect how much premiums you get. Okay, so and how do I do so what means what? Doesn't matter. It's just the higher the better. When I'm selling puts, all things equal, I want it to be as high as possible. And the volatility will usually affect the front months, like the first 1, 2, and sometimes the 3 months. So when I'm buying dip call, right, some people say, if volatility high, does it mean it's a bad time to buy a dip call? If you just look at volatility on its own, not really, because it's just the first 2 months the premium is increased. But when you buy a 2-year, the first 2 months increase, but the next 22 months is the same price, so it's not that bad. Okay, so how I use this volatility, all things equal, I like to sell puts, like do errors, that kind of thing. Sell puts when volatility is high. So sometimes all things equal, like right now all the volatility is high, so it's like everything's like higher. But sometimes when before this market drop, like I will look here long, so I will sort by volatility. So NAN means because like they cannot sense the volatility because the data is not enough or not accurate. But I will go from here. So you can see 100, 100, 100. Okay, right now everything is 100, like almost 100. Can you see? Most times, right, sometimes like before the job. So if I can go back to, let's say, December. So as we start dropping, it's like, can you see it's 100, 100 already? But way back, like in last year, can you see it's like sometimes it goes so low, over here. So if I use SPY, right, as a benchmark, when the volatility is low, right, when I sell at the money, so actually I'm curious right now how much is the premiums. So if I use a 2-day or 2 to 3 days, like let's say this coming expiration, okay, when I use the next Monday one, right? If the volatility is normal, not say like low, very low, but normal, right? If I selling at the money puts, the premium I will receive is about 50 cents for a 2-day, 2 to 3 days. It's about 50 cents, maybe 70 cents. 70 cents for at the money for 2 to 3 days at the money on SPY. Right now it's $8. Can you see the difference? Hello, 70 cents or let's say 80 cents. Compare $8 is 10 times more. So all things equal, SPY is the same as SPY, but because of the fear, and now it's very discounted. I pay you 10 times. It's just like you buy a travel insurance. Like Carol, you go traveling, you will know travel insurance roughly is how much. Can you imagine right now because of more Boeing plane crash, you need to pay, and all things equal, right? The chances of the next plane crash is the percentage is the same. Because you suddenly got 2 plane crash like back to back, people are willing to pay more for travel insurance. The price of travel insurance just went up 10 times. This is exactly what happened in the stock market right now. Instead of the usual price of 80 cents for the 80 cents, 70 cents here, we are the market rate right now is $7 to $8. So all things equal, you want to be a buyer or seller, no? Depends, right? Depends on if it's a good company. If it's a good company, I'm willing to own it, then I'm willing to pay that. I'm willing to sell the put to get the $8. Let's say on JD, I'm willing to sell the put. But if the company is not good, like RCL, like Royal Caribbean, then no. You pay me 10 times more, I also might not want to get it. You know what I mean? So once your stock selection process is solid, then sure, give me the premiums, man. I will, as long as the margin, I will take the shares. So this is how you see. So volatility sometimes it helps a lot. So when I look at the volatility, it gives me a sense of, is it a good time to sell the premiums, to sell to get the premium, sell the put to get the premiums. Okay, I'll cover more volatility later, but importantly, I will put the indicator in the WhatsApp group, in Telegram group. You just want to add it into your thing of stream in the desktop. Play around with it. The next time when we do the trading, I'll cover more on it. Okay. Okay. Any other last questions? If not, I will wrap. I will end. And then so really this session is, because the first session is really by the time I cover, like, you know. So I think for you guys, what you can take away from this, right? I think if you don't know how to do the, all the different groups, you should do that in your account. And yeah, then I think your account will look nicer because you can sort it out by errors, by whole deep core. If you have too much deep core, you can further break down into like 2 categories, either first tranche, second tranche, that kind of thing. Also you can do it like that. First tranche, second tranche, third tranche, last tranche. You know what I mean? Like name it whatever you want. Okay, just play around with the name. Just try first. Just do first. Then you can adjust. Anything can be edited one. Okay, play around with it. Then learn how to calculate your buying power. In fact, you forget, you just rewatch this thing again. Or ask in the WhatsApp, or ask in the Telegram group. Okay, go and learn your buying power effect. It's very important that you, at the back of your mind, roughly, you don't have to calculate the exact, because it keeps moving every single second. So don't have to be very accurate, but roughly, if I ask you or you ask yourself, you need to know, roughly I have about 30% cash. 30% cash is accurate because I take a buying power. In fact, I add or minus whatever I need to add. Okay. Yeah. So, and why is it important? Because that is a real cash value, and right now, it's very important to know. So those of you who are falling asleep, wake up now. It's very important to know your real cash value. Okay, as the market drop, you do not want to be in a situation where you get into a margin call, that your plan was to just, well, I know already, we just hold this stock, 1 year later we sure hold on. But the last thing you want is the broker force close your some of your trades or some of your positions because you do not have the money to hold, and they probably will force close it at the worst possible time, which I say happened a lot of times before in every crash. Some people just kena, I don't know why. You just do not want to be that guy. Okay, so really go and count it. Okay, so any learnings or takeaways, right? So right now I give you 1 minute, you consider your thoughts, whatever, like the last one, and oh my god, we go for 1.5 hours about that, about 100 minutes. I'm sure you put down some notes, some of your takeaways or actionable steps. What I want you to do is write in the Telegram group. Okay, it's not for anyone else, just for yourself, accountability for yourself, and for your own clarity. Just write in Telegram group. Now, of course, if people learn from your experience, why not, right? So write in Telegram group just a few things you learned from today's session, what you need to do. So for some of you guys, probably will be like, I need to trim my dip cost. I need to go and really go and count my power effect. I need to do some housekeeping, create some nicer groups in my portfolio, and so on and so forth. I'll need to add the IB thing or the earnings date into my watch list. I need to create a watch list if I do not already have that kind of thing. Yeah. Okay, so like those of you who already submit the 30 watch list homework, why not you just try to put it here? You can just create a new you know how to create watch list, right? Just like create watch list, yeah, 30 new, like 2020 30, top 30 new watch list, version 1, version V1, version 1, create the watch list, and then it will be here. So this is, every time I trade, I will, because trade, I take a stock from where? From here, my watch list every single day. I usually sort it by which one go down the most, because I want to, like, for example, okay, right now because everything goes down. But on most days when the market goes up, how come if like Pepsi or affiliate management or Visa go down 6%? Good to know, right? So when I good to know, how do? I go seeking alpha. So I go seeking alpha, I type in the name, and I want to see. Sorry, I'm bouncing around. See the news, like news why Visa. If it drops 6% on the day when the market is flat, it will be some news here. like on the seeking alpha page. So I will just see. So you get a sense if it. So am I looking at? I want to see fundamentally is it business affected visa, or is it because the CEO have a sex scandal or what? That is non-business. Because CEO come and go, right? Yeah, so I want to see is it like that time McDonald's, the CEO got in a sex scandal, it dropped 3%, but immediately go back up. So when it drops and it's not a business related, a business fundamental issue, it's a good opportunity, yes, because when it drops, the volatility goes up, the premium goes up, all things equal, is a good time to sell put. Yeah, so this is how I, think my thought process for selling puts. I see which one dropped the most. I see the volatility got spike up or not by looking at the charts here. I can see like from yesterday, right? It's like the day before, it was at 84 only. Like so, we go. This is actual volatility. It drops, because the market dropped, it spiked back out. So last few days it keeps spiking around here. Does that make sense? So as you can see, the market over here, as it starts to drop, the volatility starts to increase. So all things equal, right now is a very good time to be selling puts if you have the margin to own and if you want to own the shares. Okay. Yeah, so that's it for me today. Pen down your thoughts. Write in so I want to see like almost everyone, or if, like really everyone, just write down. Don't know what to write. It's also a feedback for yourself. Like you sit through the last 90 minutes. If you not much takeaway from this, then yeah. So you write down like what's your thoughts and what you can do just for yourself to gain more clarity. Okay, so I will see you back in the Telegram group. Any questions that I missed out or you forgot along the way, I forgot to ask me. Right in post in Telegram group, I will answer them. Okay. So sorry, this week I've been a bit busy with stuff, so I never really planned any live trading. But just nice today, I thought I can do impromptu one, and oh my god, then just nice. The evening I got a bit sick. But next week onwards, I will try to plan actual dates, and I'll ideally try to inform you guys beforehand. Okay. So any questions or anything at all, post in Telegram group. If it's about your portfolio a bit sensitive, probably message me. Okay. And if really your portfolio is like too messy and you don't know what to do, you just want someone to talk to or what, just message me, message me, or in the group chat or whatever. Okay, we're all here to help. Okay, so invest safe. Okay, see you guys back in the Telegram group. I will close this now. Okay, see you guys. Okay, have a good rest. Go bathe, look at your portfolio, do what I need to do. Those who can really have a bit of margin, you work out the numbers, you can enter. Tonight, I think it's a good chance. We really like drop. Oh my god, 7.5%, no circuit breaker. Wow, yeah, 7. I will be entering tonight for sure. No matter how steep, 7.5%. When the last time market dropped 7.5%, I think the last 2 days ago also dropped 7.5%. So I'll be entering some. If you have the luck, you just buy some shares. You cannot go wrong. Buy good companies. Don't buy Boeing. Okay. Yeah, Carol. Sorry, Carol. I don't buy Boeing. Just buy good company shares. And you can share in the group chat also. Like okay, we are reaching the end game for this market crash already. I roughly have 20% more, which is about a few thousand. And these are the few companies, man. Like you really can plan out like as we drop, you already know what the moves really, right? It's like the last few moves. It's like you watch a movie, it's the last 20 minutes really, the climax really, right? So you want to plan out what companies you'll be getting into. The next, now we drop 7%. The next 5%, 10% drop, what are we getting into? These are, yeah, we want to plan it out. Okay? Okay, see you guys back in Telegram group. Bye bye. Good night.